Yo, what's going on, guys? Right now, moving from Kansas to Miami, making a pit stop in Maryland to visit my folks. We're doing the offseason recap for the Denver Nuggets. Now, their current roster stands with Christian Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Blacko Chanchar, Armand Franklin, Andrew Fung, Colin Gillespie, Aaron Gordon, Justin Holiday, Jay Huff, Reggie Jackson, Nikola, Jokić, DeAndre Jordan, Braxton Key, Jamal Murray, Zeke Nnaji, Jalen Pickett, Michael Porter Jr., Julian Strawther, Hunter Tyson, and Payne Watson as the roster going into camp. All right. And currently, out of those guys, Franklin and Funk are, training camp deals with, if they make the roster, they will be converted to standard contracts. Jalen Pickett and Hunter Tyson are both also on the roster. Hunter Tyson's on a regular deal, while Colin Gillespie, Jay Huff, and Braxton Key are on the 3 two-ways. So with this team, their biggest offseason acquisition, you could say, after losing Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, Ish Smith, and Thomas Bryant, they brought back, Reggie Jackson, DeAndre Jordan. Justin Holiday arguably was their biggest signing they did, even though he was more just like a depth guy. I really think Hunter Tyson is going to be a dog for them. Okay, Julian Strawther and Jalen Pickett, also great players. Julian Strawther was a first round pick for them, and yes, they lost Brown, but this is a team that, if they're trying to win back to back, they still have everything they need to do that. Okay, they still got Jokić, they still got Murray. Okay, and I'm a big fan of Justin Holiday. I'm not saying, I think a combination of Holiday, Brown, and Christian Brown, and probably Julian Strawther and Hunter Tyson are all gonna, with Justin Holiday, are gonna be the Brown replacement. So I think those rookies are gonna actually bring value, and I think Michael Porter Jr. and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, hopefully they're able to bounce back, even though they weren't did they perform? I'm not going to say they didn't perform, but they weren't super impactful in the finals. So when I look at this team, they ran it back. Continuity is the biggest thing that we've seen that with the Nuggets and why they won this. Julian Strawther, not the world's most athletic guy, but has athleticism. He's going to be able to hold his own on defense. The same thing with Hunter Tyson. Hunter Tyson's the better three-point shooter out of the two of them, better scorer, but they're both shooters, and they're going to provide the shooting that they need and the length on defense. Justin Holiday, out of all the new guys that they brought in, he's the best defender, 1 through 3. Yes, the past 18 months have been rough for his three-point percentage, but if you look at what he was doing with the Pacers, okay, he was a dead eye. All right, Justin Holiday's also was a border, in his, at his peak, was a borderline all NBA defensive team member, and all defense team member, I guess would be the right way to phrase that. So for me, when I look at him, I think this is a team that they just rebuilt their depth. They brought back DeAndre Jordan. I think Zeke Nnaji is probably going to be competing there for backup center minutes finally. And even though they've never had Ishmael's not coming over, we know that, but they've got a lot of guys who are good perimeter point of attack defenders. We know Payne Watson is going to be a guy that we expect to be to get more minutes. So for me, I think they're doing everything that needs to be done to continue what they're trying to build here, which is, two-way players who can guard in transition, who can hit open threes, and play off Jamal Murray and Jokić. And that's what they needed to do. So I think they are in a good position to continue their run to be back-to-back. But again, obviously, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. But Michael Malone is a good coach. Jokić is a two-time MVP. Maybe some people might argue should have been a three-time back-to-back consecutive MVP. Jamal Murray is a bona fide superstar. Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon are great complementary pieces. So are Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So for me, this team is loaded, and they did what needed to be done to continue what they've built in this championship team to defend their title and hopefully repeat. So let me hear your thoughts down below.